It's my personal journey. And it's to talk about leadership resiliency, but just resiliency on its own. The fact of the matter is, your energy is what will get you through anything. So, 2021, June 14th, I was 1 month from the date that I had my second hip replacement, which the first one was 3.5 months before. And I was getting my hair done. And as I'm getting my hair done, I started having abdominal pain. Pain so bad that I ended up on the floor, unconscious. My hairdresser went, and she called my husband. He came, picked me up. And I said to him, no, I'm not going to the ER. I just need to get in the shower. I was having 103 fever, and I had no idea that's why it was so hot. Went home, got in the shower, fainted again. This time I woke up in the hospital. What we found out was I have an abdominal obstruction, and I was septic. My husband screamed and immediately said, no, you got to take her to Tufts Medicine. And I got a medevac, and 5 minutes into the flight, I had a cardiac arrest. They woke me up, obviously. I get to Tufts Medical Center, and they wheel me into trauma 2, and they start my surgery. I had another cardiac arrest. This time it was so bad because I had full organ failure. Name an organ, there was an organ. So they put me in ECMO. I was in ECMO for about 12 hours. And then things started going great. And my CEO was called. Hey, Nio is here, she needs surgery. And he scrubbed with 3 other physicians. And they put Humpty Dumpty together again. Because they had to take 9 feet of, I had 9 feet of intestines taken out and a total reconstruction of my abdomen. And their goal was to make sure that I was not walking with a bag to the bathroom and a feeding tube. I was in a coma. I woke up and my CEO was sitting next to me, plus my physicians and my family. And all I knew was I felt safe. I felt so blessed that I had time back. And that is the essence of resiliency. You see, resiliency is important because every one of you, my story is dramatic, great, but every one of you has a story. And you've been able to walk your way out of the story and come out of it. And that is the way that we can move forward in our organizations. First, we have to understand our own individual resiliency. What makes us be able to demonstrate that we care and we have compassion. Positive behavior, instead of spending our time in a situation of negativity. Because our brain has 2 centers. It has survival and thrive. And if we do not make the decision to thrive, we spend our time in survival. We heard that from our speaker today, our first speaker. He talked about that survival skill that has negative implications, where thrive is growing and helping others grow. We have to challenge our biases and belief system. But most importantly, we have to then bring our resiliency as a gift to our team. It is their opportunity to actually also join in together to make things happen. When I came back to work 2 months later, my organization was going through an epic implementation plus a full revenue cycle integration. So I had all new leaders, and we were building it. On top of it, we went through, like everyone, we started losing people. A competitor in our market decided to pay $8 an hour more for patient access people. So we lost 40 people in one day. The first thing that I did, I sat down with my team and I said, we need to listen. So we went out and we did stay interviews. Stay interviews was to find out what's good in your job, where we have opportunities, and tell me about you. What are you interested in? Something personal and something about your career that you want to get to. And we decided to invest in our ecosystem so we would be in a situation that we have continuous learners. We found out that there are over 12,000 free certification programs by Harvard, NYU, and about 20 other organizations. We tapped into them. If somebody wanted to get their PMP, we got you. Somebody wanted to learn how to be a Scrum person and be able to move technology forward, we got you. And there was an opportunity to put positions and people in the right seat so they could continually grow. We heard that from our last speaker, making sure that there's a shift, that we are making sure that our people are growing. The other thing that we did, we learned by doing this, that we could bring innovation in faster, or we could partner with our innovation partner and make it work in a way that if we failed, everybody knows in my organization that failure is first attempt in learning. And it's about how fast we move forward to success. And we celebrate every single aspect of it. Another thing that we decided to do was tap into the organizational goals and make sure that our resilience and thriving right group met with the vision and mission of our organization. Skilling up our workforce is everything. And listening to your workforce is power. So, remember I told you about the 40 people that left? I listened to my team. I said, how do we replace these people? What am I going to do? Well, your wages are too low. We sat down and we figured out that the average person to live in Boston and have a 2-bedroom apartment has to make $22.50 an hour. And we were making between $18 and $20 an hour. We fixed that because we learned that we couldn't attract anybody if they could even pay their apartment. But more importantly, we listened to them and they said, you know, it's a pain in the neck. I would love to have the ability to come and go as I please beyond remote work. So we went and we tapped into gig economy. We put together a program that we went after. We started with 5 universities, talked to the deans of the engineering program and the pre-med program. And we put together that, hey, come and work for us. We're going to train you. You're going to be a generalist in revenue cycles. We're training you, and you pick the slot of when you work. And you have a competitive wage. Day one, we put the ads out in social media, not in TV. Guess what happened? Day one, hour 3, 300 applicants. We had a team of all revenue cycle people that went out and tapped into them, and we did it all using social media. We were fully staffed in 2 weeks. And guess what? We do all the training on the internet as videos. We started listening more. They create the videos because they're the ones that know what are the challenges of working that. And I have my favorite people, which I call my vampires. They work at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. We have supervisors that help. They are not supervisors monitoring people as guards. They're supervisors assisting and guiding so that they can be the best that they can be. Enhancing the functionality so it works with what we want as the yield, and it also works with their ability of purpose, is the difference between having a thriving organization and having an organization where people are just doing repetitive tasks. So I challenge you to start thinking about adaptive learning. Start thinking about teaching people in the way that they're comfortable. Skill up your assessments. So we do a touch point. Every 3 months, everybody gets that touch point of, hey, how are you getting closer to your growth goal? Where do we need to shift? Not being punitive, but raising them up. Give them access to experts. So the first thing we did, we had supervisors and managers that needed development in their leadership skills. So we brought in experts that not only would spend time with them, but make sure that they were skilled up, and we gave them the ability to know that they could pull the cord and have access to these experts. And we enhanced the daily grind, and we made sure that now we had a workforce that they felt comfortable, whether they were in patient access or working edits in the back in PFS. They could do it all as a generalist. And our people, the staff that were the full-time staff, they kept also working, also moving around, and giving us ideas on how to be our best. So I leave you with 5 things. Emphasize sympathy, and sympathy is very simple. It means you acknowledge the situation. Empathy is when you go beside the person and you say, how can I help you? And compassion is to walk alongside of them, facilitating the success of the journey to move forward. Treat your people as humans, not as laborers, and you will see the value. Explore, be curious. You don't know all the answers, and guess what? You only have control of 3 things in your life: your attitude, your biases, and the way you show up. Everything else is being done at you. The weather, no control. The way your outfit fits. Well, maybe if you didn't have the donut, it may be better. But reality is, there's very few things we can control. Accept it. It's okay. Innovate. Oh my God, just have fun with innovation. And fail, and then try again and make it better. And because somebody has a product that worked at 17,000 hospitals, it doesn't mean it's going to work at yours. So reframe it and make it yours. Navigate your thinking. Understand that you have to. Emotions basically are a test center that we have that says, I'm not comfortable with this. But then your intuition lets you frame it in a logical sense and say, no, this isn't right. Trust your gut. And make sure that you take that thinking and you do it with kindness, because kindness will always lead you to success. And last but not least, activate a no mistake policy. Things don't happen. You don't go and spend your time on, you made a mistake. Now, we have an opportunity to learn from this and make it better. Innovation is a wonderful tool, but if we value our people and understand and listen to how we can make the innovation better together, and we treat people with respect, then we'll close the loop. Thank you.